I reduced the entrance down and in this case is when I first started out, I put it on 4, but I'm going to have it about 6 inches. They're only a 1/4 inch high, so they don't take very many guard bees to guard the entrance. I put a big landing board there so they can land on it and go in heavily. And with the funnels on the side, funnels the bees right to the opening so they don't lose no time getting in. And you look, see how they're bringing in this stuff. They're bringing it in, and they're going in real good. And so that there is one of the things that's benefits. That's why I had to put a screen wire on top, because that hole is too small and the hive gets too hot. So what I do, I take and put this screen wire on top. And on this screen wire on top, it has four holes. See, the bees can't get out, bugs can't get in, and so the air comes out these. But because when I put the top on there, that seals the whole thing off. That leaves only this little bitty hole, a small hole right here. One little hole. The air can come out. It's just like a stovepipe. Air comes from the bottom and comes right out. It helps the bees ventilate, because the bees they take about 2 or 3 gallons of nectar, fan it down to 1 gallon of honey. So all of that air has got to come out. So it helps the bees ventilate the honey. So there's one of the reasons that I put the screen wire on there, and there's for the summertime stuff. Now later on I'll show you I got another box with 2 holes that I put a fruit jar on here, and an empty box, and I'll feed my bees from the top. So the robbers can't get in there. They can't get through the fruit around the fruit jar lid. 2 fruit jar lids, and it's in a hole, and the bees, nothing can get to that. It looks like it's one bee here's got something he's wanting to carry outside because he sees the light. That's why that the 30-second hole in the bottom, that 30-second hole, the bees don't have to carry that stuff. It drops through the hole. Now we'll go to the back and I'll show you what 5/32. I had these on for 2 months. So what I do, I just take this little board here off, and then I just pull this here thing out. And as you can see, this is only about 2 weeks of stuff, and just look at the stuff that fell in here. Now I can clean this stuff off so quickly. I mean, it just takes everything off. I mean, it makes it perfect. So you clean it off. That is a lot of stuff that the bees has to carry out the front, but they don't. At that 30-second hole, it saves them a lot of work. Now I got this here Vaseline and baby oil mixed together, and so I take that and I put that on it, and so I just put that on like that, and then and about once a month or so I go through these hives, and this here helps to keep the hive from getting dirty. So all you do is just push this right back in the hole like that. You take this board right here to make sure nothing gets in behind it. You can put a little stuff on it like that on each side and the bottom. And then you smear a little bit on the side here. Then you just set that back in there. So that there is easy. It's so simple to take care of your hive. Now on the bottom down here, you can take some of this stuff. You can put it around on the bottom down here. And this here will keep the ants and stuff from climbing up to the hive. Okay, you got a concrete base, and then you got a there. Now this here post in here, it's a 3.5. It's actually a 4x4, but it's down to a 3.5. And it's 4 feet deep. Put 2 feet in the ground. You mount your box on there, level it off, and then you pour concrete around it. And before you put your concrete down, before you put your plastic down, put a little termite stuff down and around underneath there. Then you got 2 foot off the ground here that you can grease to keep the ants and stuff from coming up. And then also this your concrete slab will keep the grass and stuff from growing up. Because one blade of grass comes up here, ants can climb up to it. So that gives a ladder for the ants. But this here will keep the grass away. It also makes the stuff steady. You can get up on top of it and walk around, and it won't move. So it's ideal thing to keep the possums, raccoons, and skunks and everything else. So all your critters down there, the ants and the other stuff is on the bottom. So you got a platform put your hive on. You set your hive on here. It's got 2 screws. You screw in each side. That holds the hive on to keep the wind from blowing it off. or anybody else wanting to take it right quick, they'd have to unscrew those screws and take them out before they could take the hive. So it's a thing that I got these here idea, but since then I started adding this here concrete slab to the bottom. So, and then I got my whole thing on a new hive that I'm set up with a 5/32 hole in it, which takes care of most all of the bugs.